Well, thank you for that introduction. I know I've had an opportunity to meet several of you already, but for those that I haven't, my name is Kris Evans with Harvard Risk Management Corporation, and I'm going to be able to just spend a few moments with you and tell you a little bit more about your benefit, who it covers, and how much it costs. The first thing you need to know is that the plan covers not only yourself, but your spouse if you're married, your spouse if you think you're married, any children you have living at home up to the age of 21 that have never been married, as well as any college students up to the age of 23, as well as any handicapped children be covered for life as long as they've never been married under the benefit. As far as cost goes, it's only $5.98, and that is the lowest rate that is available. It was negotiated here for you guys at ABC Company, and that's $5.98 for your entire family, not per person. With the plan, the first thing you're going to be able to do is have unlimited access to the legal system on any legal situation that you might have going on in your life. You can pick up the phone and talk to an attorney about a child support, bankruptcy, divorce, tax issue. Maybe you're in a situation where you're wanting to start a business on the side or your spouse owns a business. Maybe you'd like to call and ask some questions about refinancing a mortgage or foreclosure assistance. All of those things you have access to. You just have to pick up the phone, call, talk, get your questions answered, get your problems resolved. The second thing that this benefit's going to do for you is give you some real legal muscle. So how many of you guys have ever been done wrong? You know, it just happens. We go to the mechanic, we get quoted one price to fix our car, then maybe we're being charged another when we go to pick it up. Maybe you're trying to return a defective product and the manufacturer's not wanting to honor that warranty. Maybe you're in a situation where you go to the dry cleaners and they mess up your shirt. Or it can be a $20 shirt. And for $20, you can get mad, red in the face, threaten to call a lawyer all day long, but at $20, you're not going to pick up the phone and call that $200 an hour attorney. But what's worse, the dry cleaner knows it, the mechanic knows it, the insurance company knows it. All of these different people know that, and so we're kind of brought up in a society where we take what we're given. Well, not anymore. With this benefit, you're going to be able to pick up the phone, call, tell the attorneys about your problems, and when they step in and they send out a certified letter with 30 or 40 lawyers' names across the top of that letterhead, or they pick up the phone and they make a phone call on your behalf, they're not talking to the customer service department that you and I have to deal with. They're talking to the legal department, whose job is to get your problem resolved. Also, contract and document review, we sign things all the time and we have no idea what they're saying. You know, whether we're buying a car, getting an apartment, leasing a home, all of those things we sign documents on all the time. And if you ever notice the rich and famous, they don't sign anything without their attorneys reviewing them first. Now with this benefit, you will have that same privilege, the ability to take those contracts and those documents, fax them into the law firm, and let them review them for you, letting you know if it's in your best interest to sign those or not. If there's things in there that might come back to cost you time or money down the road. Also, wills, we know that 8 out of 10 people here in the state of Tennessee do not have their wills done. And it's a probate state. It's one of the worst states to die in without a will. Now, I don't know of any state that's good to die in with or without a will, but this is definitely one you don't want to go regardless. And with that said, the reason that most people don't have that will done, that document that most people agree is the most important legal document they'll ever have, the reason they don't have that done is the same reason that I, as a father, did not have my will done at one point. And that's when it comes to $400 or $500 getting the mortgage paid or getting that will done. You know that mortgage is going to take the back burner month after month after month. With this benefit for you guys today, it's going to provide you not only that full comprehensive will, but also a durable power of attorney and a living will at no additional cost. It's just part of the benefit. And again, that's included for both you and your spouse. Now, this next area is my favorite part of the benefit, and that's motor vehicle representation. What that means is if you get a moving traffic violation anywhere in the country, which that's just a fancy word for a speeding ticket, they're going to send a lawyer to court to represent you. Because if you get a moving traffic violation or a speeding ticket and points go on your license, what happens to your insurance? That's right, they go up. And they go up a lot more than $5.98 a week, I can assure you. But a couple advantages of this program for you guys is, number one, it's nationwide. So if you're on vacation down in Florida or just driving down locally or across state, doesn't matter. Anywhere in the country, they're going to send a lawyer to court to represent you in that. But also, this is, remember, as a family plan. So if you have a teenage driver at home or a spouse that drives like a teenager, you're going to have an attorney step in and represent you in that as long as there was no drugs or alcohol involved. Also, trial defense, I mean, we're getting sued all the time. This is the most litigious society in the world. If you are ever faced with a civil suit or job-related criminal charge, someone comes on your property, gets bit by a dog, a landlord suing you for back rent, or a credit card company suing you, you have an attorney to step in and represent you in that. Also, IRS audit protection. If you are audited, then you'll have a tax attorney to step in and handle that for you. Also, 24-hour emergency access to an attorney. If it's 3 o'clock in the morning in an emergency situation, if you're being questioned, detained, arrested, police wants to search your car, at that moment you have the right to an attorney, but only if you have access to one. And it's not always about being a criminal. You know, you could be in the wrong place at the wrong time. Or with identity theft, which we're going to talk about here in a moment, you'll see that warrants could be issued for something that you may have not had anything to do with. In addition to everything that's covered for you guys at 100%, we're also going to give you a discounted rate on anything that's not covered at 100%. What does that mean? For example, you get pulled over, you get that speeding ticket, that's covered for you. You don't pay a dime to have that lawyer represent you in court. But let's say in the course of that traffic stop, that police officer opens up your trunk and he finds 2 or 3 dead bodies back there. Just so it's clear, that is not covered at 100%. But we'll still coupon rate that for you, give you a discount. But in all seriousness, guys, that's really for your more serious issues, DUI, full-blown divorce, things that are outside of the realm of the 99% of the everyday legal issues that you and I encounter. Now, in addition to the legal protection program that's available for you, this plan also includes full identity theft protection. And I'm sure you guys are all aware of identity theft. In fact, has anybody in here ever been a victim or known somebody that's been a victim? I mean, just look around at all the hands. It is the fastest growing crime. You can't pick up a newspaper or turn on a TV and not see something on identity theft right now. And most people, when they hear identity theft, they're thinking credit cards. Well, really, credit is only 16% of identity theft. Identity theft in reality is when someone uses your social security number to go out and get a job. They use your medical information to go get medication or health care benefits. Maybe they use your information to get a driver's license. Or maybe they're in a situation where they go out and commit a crime, use your information to post bail. You know, we talked a little bit earlier about that, if someone's got a warrant in your name. All of those situations can happen to you, or for those of you with minor children, your children as well, whom you're responsible for. So what this plan does for you, number one, it gives you access to your credit report so you can review it. See if there's anything on there that should or shouldn't be there. But not just a credit report, but a complete credit analysis. You're going to get your credit score. You're going to get it past addresses. You're going to really get a snapshot of you, kind of see where you stand right now. Second thing it's going to do for you is give you 24-hour-a-day monitoring on your report. So if anything hits that report, you're notified immediately within minutes via email of whatever hits that report. And those are great benefits to have, but they're not that big of a deal. What the big thing with this benefit is, the biggest thing that sets this program apart from every other identity theft protection program that you guys have probably seen in the marketplace is that if you are a victim, a company called Kroll Worldwide, they're the #1 risk management securities firm in the world. Kroll's, for those of you that might have been in the military and had a background check done on you, it was probably done by Kroll. They're the company that handles the security clearance for the FBI, CIA, that type of thing. But they actually have a division set up specifically to come in and handle the restoration of your identity from start to finish. The big thing for you is that when you are a victim of identity theft, which the Federal Trade Commission says this year 1 out of 5 could be a victim and not even know it, but in the event that you are a victim, Kroll's licensed investigators step in and they do a restoration of your identity from start to finish. So you don't have to spend the 600 hours dealing with the Social Security Administration, the Department of Motor Vehicles, the Medical Information Bureau, all the different boards and agencies that the FTC says you have to go through. Kroll steps in and they do that for you. And again, that's included as part of that benefit. To take out the program, to try it out, it's very simple. All of you have a highlighted application there in front of you. Just fill out the yellow highlighted portions. And as you're filling those out, I see some of you already are, I'm going to come around. We're going to today give you a temporary membership packet so that you can go home and take a look at the information, because I know that some of you might want to take this and look over it with your spouse or something, have them see the benefit that you just got. A couple of good things about this packet is that, number one, we've got your will questionnaires in here. So this isn't the actual will, but just the information that's going to need to go into your will so that you can start working on that immediately. Also, we have some additional information on the benefit. Guys, I just hit on some of the highlights, but this program does a lot of other things for you, as well as there's a list in here of some ideas of ways that you can go ahead and use the membership right now. Also, we have auto decals. These are pretty nifty. This is basically something that you can stick on your rear view window, your rear view there, so that if you do get pulled over and you have this and a police officer sees it, this is what law officers have told us. They have access to our legal plan. They know who we are. And they know that if you have this benefit and they write you a ticket, that you're going to have an attorney show up to court and represent you, which means they're going to be called into court, even if court happens to fall on their day off. So we have actually had police officers tell us that when they know someone has this benefit, if they can give them a warning, they will. Now, if you're speeding 70 miles an hour through a school zone, it doesn't matter how many stickers you have on your window, you're going to need an attorney. But bottom line is, guys, that's the benefit. It's very simple. If you see value in the program, we encourage you, again, just try it out. If you don't see value in it, don't take out the benefit. We don't want you, ABC Company here, they don't want you to try it out. But again, for those of you that do see value in the benefit, we encourage you, again, just try it out. And I'll be more than happy to stick around, answer any questions that anybody has if you want to talk with me individually afterwards. But we'll go ahead and start getting this out. Thank you.